everybody. We're here today with Rick from Mustard Plug. Now, let's just start with it. Are you religious?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Not at all. Not
at
even when it comes to music?
Depends. No, like
really.
by a definition of religious, but then maybe, but not.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that I'm worshiping anything. You know what I mean?
You're not a worshiper.
No. Whatever. Like, I don't think it's a good idea to really put too much faith on something that is untangible. You know. So like, let's say I'm really into Metallica, which I'm not, but let's say I'm worshiping Metallica. At some point, Metallica is gonna bum you out, and then where are you gonna be at? You know. So.
Wow.
I guess keep your expectations mediocre.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a very good comparison. Never heard that before.
Nah, I just came up with it.
Yeah.
Genius.
You're genius, yes, indeed. That's what it should be. Okay. Now, why am I asking you this? It seems maybe like a weird question to start an interview with.
Right.
Yeah, but it's not like we are a website that is all freaked out about religion or anything like that. It's just something we always start our interviews with.
All
And
right.
we also do an interview according to a theme, a certain religion theme. And in this case, we are doing the 7 holy virtues.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of them?
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
Okay, that's very good. And we've got something to start off
Okay.
with.
You may have to refresh me. Start them. Refresh them. It's been possibly 25 years since I've dabbled in that.
I'll help you. Let's start off with prudencia.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of that?
Yes, but explain it.
It's wisdom.
Wisdom. All right.
Wisdom, yes. Okay. So, after having spent quite some time and quite some years with Hopeless Records, you went your own way in 2010. So, looking back, do you think that was a wise decision? Because, well, you have the freedom, but doesn't it make making decisions even harder because you have to do it on your own?
It doesn't make decisions any harder. It just means they're a little more complicated because you have to figure out how you're going to accomplish said decisions. Mm-hmm. When we were on the label, it was easy because we'd be like, hey, we got a record, put it out. And they'd be like, all right, we can put it out. And we're like, oh, cool. Now it's like, all right, we have to put it out, but we have to figure out financially how we're going to do that. I mean, so
that's a big part of it, though. Then
it's a large part of it, yes. So it's not any more difficult to decide like we want to put out a record or anything. It's just logistics is a little more complicated because now we physically have to do it instead of just having some random guy in California. It's just like, all right, done.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. And what made you decide on cutting loose, anyways?
Our contract was up, so it was the state of the music industry right now is such that I don't think for a band that's already vaguely established, you don't need to have that certain tie to get the same end result.
Yeah.
So it was just easy not to say, hey, do you want to do this next one? Like, just we can do it.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
So.
You wanted to be on your own then a little bit.
Well, yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Hopefully we're on our own. It's hard to say.
Yeah.
We'll see how that works out.
Okay.
Since we're doing it all ourselves, so we'll see if.
As long as you stay Mustard Plug, that's.
Yeah, we're still staying Mustard Plug. It's fine.
Okay. Then okay. Then I'm glad.
Yes.
We can all sleep on both ears.
Yes.
Although that's very hard, sleeping on both of your ears. Okay, let's go to the second one.
Okay.
Which is Fortitude, which actually means strength or being steadfast.
Okay.
Now, Mustard Plug has been around since 1991,
yes.
if I'm correct. So one could definitely say you guys are very steadfast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some of us.
Some of us.
Some people are not around anymore.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay.
Two of us are very steadfast.
Two of you are very steadfast.
Right.
And I think so are we, because Punkupdates has been around since the 90s as well. Now, we have noticed that it's becoming more difficult to do something in the punk scene because the punk scene used to be bigger in the 90s,
right.
I think so. And especially when it comes to ska punk.
Right.
I don't know whether you think that or not, but we've also seen a CD lying there together with your merch saying ska is dead.
Right.
I don't know, how do you experience that, being a punk band now in 2015?
I think the big problem is the facilities that used to be around in the 90s are no longer around. Like MTV doesn't play music videos, so there's kids these days that aren't like seeing like a band on TV and being like, when I was growing up, it was like, I want to do that. Like I want to, not that I wanted to be on MTV, but like I want to be in a rock band that plays rock shows because that looks awesome. And now that doesn't exist, so these kids don't have that exposure, so they don't want to achieve that. So they're just not exposed to those things anymore.
Yes, because we've also noticed that not many new bands, and especially ska bands, are rising to the surface. So
Right. Yeah, it's kids aren't interested in that. They're interested in pushing buttons and having instant gratification of button pushing in front of them.
That is true, unfortunately.
Dealing with 7 people to make art is more difficult than spinning something and typing on a keyboard.
Or making stupid jumps on some plate on the ground or something like that.
That happens?
Yes, that does happen. It's Wii or something. I don't know. There's dancing. It's not really dancing. Doesn't matter.
Is it like Dance Dance Revolution?
Maybe.
All right.
I don't know. I'm not really into it myself. So
okay. That's some weird Belgian thing.
Let's just skip that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're going down a rabbit hole you don't want to go down.
Doesn't matter. Okay. But how would you say that you can hold on to your fans then, knowing that?
I don't know. We're just writing it out, see where it goes. I mean, because like, I've been in a band pretty much my entire life, my entire adult life. So like, I don't really know how to do much else.
Yeah.
So like, I'm just seeing where it goes.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it doesn't just crash and burn.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
I'm hoping that too for you.
Well, you never know. I'm prepared if it does.
So, let's say the new album, the purpose of a new album, not in particular this album, but would you say that you would still want to attract new fans, or are you
sure?
satisfied
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
old ones?
I mean, I think the way that we look at a record or whatever in general is that it's just basically like a flyer to go to a show. Like the whole aim is like, these days people aren't buying records, so as long as there's something out there where it piques a person's interest for them to want to come out and see you play live, then everything will be all right. Yeah. Hopefully. You never know.
And so you've done this Kickstarter campaign for your new album.
Right.
And I think that turned out great for you.
Yeah.
So can you maybe shed some light on the new album for us?
It's done. Right now we're finalizing artwork. It's at the pressing plan. We just have to turn in artwork, and then it gets pressed, and then it comes back to us.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm allowed to say about it other than it's finished. There are 14 songs on it.
Yeah. I could try it. Yeah, well, anyways.
Right.
But will we get a sneak peek here at the
Yes,
fest?
I think we're playing 3 or 4 songs off of it.
Okay.
Maybe less. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know how long our set is tonight.
Okay.
So.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it then. Good. Let's go to the last one, which is Caritas, or loving thy neighbor, if you were.
Right.
So love is all around these days, and by that I mean that there's a lot of fatherly love hanging around Maastricht today.
Yes.
Because Brendan, he has just become a very brand new father.
Yes.
So congratulations to him. He couldn't be here today, and that is basically what my question is about. Do you think, because Dave already has 3 children, that's what you told me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So do you think that having a kid changes anything to how much you're focused on the music?
Maybe. I mean, like, Mustard Pug for a lot of the guys is kind of, well, for pretty much everyone, it's kind of like a part-time job. You know, like where we'll do part-time work for it. It's a full-time job, but like our involvement is part-time because we all work regular straight jobs or straight-ish jobs. So I don't foresee the new baby affecting that much. That hasn't already been affected by the previous 3 babies. We're just adding more to the pile, you know, like just a pile of kids. So
it's just another one.
Another person in the family.
Okay.
We'll say.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's nicely said.
Yes.
So it isn't actually really difficult for him now to choose between going to his child or playing an awesome show here at the fest.
I think it was a difficult decision, but I mean, The only reason he is not here and we're here is like a lot of times we don't get asked to do cool things, and we got asked to do this, and it unfortunately fell within the birthday. So it was like we don't get asked to do this very often. We have to do it.
Yeah,
so I think he's definitely bummed that he's not here, and I feel bad that he's not here.
Okay.
But he has a new baby that's 3 days old.
Yeah. That would be difficult for him not to with the baby.
Yeah, and I think his wife would have murdered him.
Yes.
So
I think that is her right.
Yes, exactly.
Right
exactly.
Okay, good, Rick. I want to thank you very much for this.
Thank you.
It's very interesting.
That's good. It's better than boring. Oh, you're welcome.
How could it be true? The things they say that they knew, I can't believe it. What has happened to you? I took my time.